friends, it's Sunny. So the figure that we're going to look at today is a Fleckerls in International Standard Viennese Waltz. And as I shared in a couple weeks ago on my YouTube tutorial, there's different ways that you can do this figure. They can spin to the left, they can spin to the right, they might have a contra check in there. So I'm actually going to share a few YouTube videos, like a little series on Viennese, and you can ultimately pick the one that looks best on you. So for today, we're going to focus on those naturals. Okay, I'm going to go over the man's footwork and the lady's footwork, how to get in and out. I'll do it a number of times, so if you miss it on the first try, don't worry, I'll cover it again. You're welcome to dance along or just sit back and watch and pick up some tips. So here we go. For man or lady, the first thing I want you to do, if you've never done this figure before, is get used to the basic footwork. It's side, behind, and in front, and in front, and it repeats. So I have one hook behind with the right foot, two hooks in front with the right foot. I'll show that again. They're all toes. So whether it's man or lady doesn't matter. Side, behind, side, in front, side, in front. Repeat. And behind, and in front, and in front. Okay? Once you get used to that little pattern, not that hard, we're going to rotate that in a circle to our right. Okay? So let's take it up a notch. We're going to rotate it to the right this time. Side, behind, side, in front, side, in front. Repeat. Side, behind, side, in front, side, in front. Okay? Once you master doing that in a circle, we're going to ratchet this even tighter, and we're going to dance it in place as much as we can. Both for man and lady are the same. So let's see what that looks like. So side, behind with the right foot. Now instead of actually stepping side on this next left, I'm just going to lift the heel over my right toe. Whoop. And I'll show that again. Side, behind, lift, and I'm going to lift again. I'm lifting my right heel over my left ball. And in front again, lift the right heel over the left ball. That sequence repeats. Side, behind, lift, lift, side, lift, and it repeats. If I'm man, I'll cross behind on the 2 for today's purposes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For ladies' purposes today, we'll be crossing behind on the 5. Okay? So 1 in front, 2, 3, 4. Oops, I messed that up for ladies. Sorry. So ladies, we're going to go 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? So man and lady hook behind at a different time. But it's all toes for ladies as well. It's all toes for men. We're both trying to stay in place as much as possible. Don't bother trying to dance it with your partner when you're just getting the basic and behind and in front. It'll just be frustrating for you. But once you can get this in place on your own, maybe find a little spot on the floor. Okay, how close can I stay here? When I can stay pretty much in one spot, that's when I know I'm kind of ready to center this with a partner, okay? Little tips. Our power comes on that behind step. So we take turns powering on different beats. So whoever hugs behind, the more you push off that floor, the more you're going to get spin, okay? If you do a little wimpy hug behind, it'll still work and it's textbook correct, but it won't really look as cool as you're probably aiming for. We're both rotating very aggressively to the right, so I want you to think about pushing that partner around, not just with your left side, but with your left hip, center into the partner. If you turn your feet in, that's going to help. So I don't want to just have my feet straight, that'll veer off the partner. I want to think feet to partner. See how turned in I am? And I'm turned to the partner, turn to the partner, turn to the partner. So I'm always turning my feet max to the partner. That's going to be most comfy for you, okay? Ladies, we're going to look outside of our elbow. Leads, I want you to look out over her forearm or her upper arm. So don't look at her. That's going to start you swaying to the right and kind of dump your girl and slow down the rotation. Another little trick you can use to tighten this up and get faster rotation is step as close to your partner as you can. The farther those feet are apart, the bigger that circle is going to be, and it's going to slow down and not look fast or shapy. The exit out, super easy. You just exit out in natural turns, and leads you'll go back on your right foot. So that should, you probably already know that step if you're looking at Fleckerls right now. So we'll dance into this with a contra check. We'll slip into the Fleckerls, and we'll exit with natural turns. I'll show that whole sequence, leads. I'm going to assume that you already know reverse turns and contra check. If not, I have other YouTube videos that cover this step. So reverse turn, I'm heading to the center of the room. I'll dance it small so I can stay close to the camera. Okay, kapow, I'm in the center. She's like, oh, I know Fleckerls coming. Contra check. Contra check. Okay. And then off I am to the races. You probably know this figure. I'll count it for you in numbers in a second. Okay, let's show that again. This time I'm going to come straight at you and I'll count numbers. So you see how that kind of molds together. We do a contra check. We do a slip with a very strong, don't think left side, you're going to dump her, think left hip and foot rotation to launch into this, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can do as many of those as you want. Now I'm on a beat 1. I can exit out in my naturals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're off to the races. So I entered in with reverse turns into a contra check. For today's purposes, I landed the contra check on a 1. So reversal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Contra check in the slip. 1, 2, 3. Cross in front on the 4, 5. Cross in front on the 6. Side 1, and now we're at that pattern we first looked at today. 2, 3. Continue out whenever you're done. You can do as many as you want. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We exit out in natural turns, second half of natural, back with turn in, and then we go back to the outside wall and we join that line of traffic with the traveling dancer circling around the outside of the room. Okay, ladies, we've already covered a lot of our part earlier. We're doing the exact same thing as the man. You're going to do your side behind and front in front. The difference is you're going to hook behind, in today's case, on the 5, okay? So I'll show that for lady. And I'll show from our contra check. It's a pretty easy lead in. I'm going to assume you already know reverse turns. And as soon as I do the center, oh, I know what's happening here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go, ladies. 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go, ladies. 5, 6. I want you to power that like crazy. So when you have behind, don't just step and go. Really zoom it around. That's going to help the rotation. I'm half of the jet engine in this figure, so if I don't power, it's going to look pretty boring. Okay, I'll show that again, and I'll count in numbers. Contra check. 1, slip into him on your right toe, strong left hip and left side lead. 2, okay? If I come straight at him, it's really hard for him to make me rotate without pulling with the arm, and then I'm very uncomfortable. So I check and slip. As opposed to, I'll show wrong from this side, check and straight, okay? We've done a contra check, it's the middle of the room. I know for a fact we're gonna do a whirling figure to the right now, okay? 1, 2, 3, 5, 4, we're behind on the 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, here we go, ladies, zoom it, okay? And exit out is actually really easy to follow, it's intuitive. We're doing rotating, rotating, rotating. When he exits with a linear figure, I don't want a gap, he'll suddenly pull away with the hip, so I'll just swing right underneath him into my natural turn. So this will feel pretty natural to head out. I'm not too worried about that. So ladies, make sure to look outside of the elbow. Leads, make sure to look out over the forearm. Thinking about turning the toes to the partner. Almost try to step on the partner. The closer your feet are, then the smaller that axis is. You have to spin around, and the faster you'll go. This isn't going to happen overnight. I would start with that linear practice till you get that muscle memory. Then dance in a circle. Make the circle tighter and tighter. And with time, it'll get super zippy and fun. As I mentioned, there are several different types of Fleckerls. We'll look at another option in a couple weeks. Make sure to look at it with a coach or at least on a video. One of them is going to look best on you. This depends on your build. You're going to dance differently with every partner. So watch and see which one you do best and then use that one for competing. So thanks so much for joining me today. If you liked today's video, subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you have any questions, shoot me a line. And I look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks, guys. Bye.